every summer was baseball season. We always started in the spring, and we'd go through the summer, and of course we'd have practice, and we'd have several games throughout the week. And as a musician, baseball was one sport that I kind of actually was okay at. I got to play a lot, hit the ball pretty well, play defense pretty well, always got to be in the game. So baseball was a lot of fun for me. Baseball's a big thing in my family. My grandfather was such a die-hard St. Louis Cardinals fan that if I go to the little town cemetery in Clarks, Nebraska, where he's buried, the St. Louis Cardinals logo is actually on his headstone. So it's a pretty big thing in my family. And we're going to do our little tribute to baseball this evening. This is the poem, Casey at the Bat. And there is some musical accompaniment that goes with it that kind of helps tell that story. And this is for my grandfather and all the other fathers out there on Father's Day. Hope y'all are enjoying it. And this is our rendition of Casey at the Bat. It looked extremely rocky for the Buttville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one inning left to play. So when Cooney died at second and Burroughs did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go, leaving there the rest, with hope that springs eternal from within the human breast. They thought if only Casey could get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, and likewise so did Blake. The former was a puddin', and the latter was a fake. So on that stricken multitude, a death-like silence sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey's getting to the bat. But Flynn let go a single to the wonderment of all, and the much despised Blakey tore the cover off the ball. So when that dust had settled, he saw what had occurred. There was Blakey safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from the gladdened multitude went up a joyous yell. It bounded from the mountaintop and rattled in the dell. It struck upon the hillside, rebounded in the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him, and he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped them on his shirt. And when the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance glanced from Casey's eyes, and a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of the storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" someone shouted from the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of noble charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, and he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and the echo answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold, they saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey would not let that ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel vengeance his bat upon the plate. Now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. Somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.